welcome to my channel. If this is your first time watching me, my name is Jenny. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to create this musical festival inspired makeup look. It's colorful, it's vibrant, and it has tons of highlights. So if you want to see how to create it, then let's get right into the video. Okay, we're going to start with the tutorial, and as you can see, my eyebrows are already done because I don't want to make this video way too long since I'm trying to show you my eye look and also the face makeup, just in case you want suggestions on what type of products I think are going to be the most long wearing and long lasting if you are going to be wearing this makeup to a musical festival. So with that being said, all the products that you want to use should be long lasting, so that way your makeup stays in place throughout the whole day. And when it comes to brows, I think that pomades are going to be the best and most long lasting type of products. So today I use my Sigma Define and Pose brow pomade in the color medium. I absolutely love this pomade. It's like the perfect color for my brows. I'm gonna start with the eyes, and today I'm gonna be using the new BH Cosmetics Color Festival palette. I got this palette a couple weeks ago, but I just hadn't had the chance to play with it. And this is what the palette looks like inside. So many beautiful colors, so I'm gonna be using this today. And I will recommend to use an eyeshadow base just so that your shadows don't crease throughout the day. I personally already use concealer on my eyelids because I do have discoloration there and I wanted to cover up my veins. So I already applied the concealer, but I am gonna go in with the Sigma eyeshadow base primer. This is in the color Persuade. I'm going to start by using this basic brown eyeshadow color on the crease. It's called Cheek. I am really loving this brown transition color. I find that I can never have enough of those type of shades because they definitely go with every single look that you want to create. And especially this palette was really affordable, so I think that's a win. Next, I'm going to be using this corally pink eyeshadow called Groove. And I'm going to be using this Sigma E54 eyeshadow brush. It's a little bit dense. Look at that pigment. So I'm literally packing on this shadow. It's already very pigmented as it is, but I want to pack it and then I'm going to diffuse it with the blending eyeshadow brush. Now I'm grabbing a Morphe 433 blending eyeshadow brush and I'm just going to slightly diffuse that pink shade a little more. I am really digging this pink corally eyeshadow. It's so beautiful and pigmented. It blended out really easy, and as a bonus it matches my top, which is kind of the vibe that I was going for. Now with my finger, I'm gonna go into this eyeshadow called Candy. It's almost like a corally pink iridescent eyeshadow. If you look at the swatch, it actually has some sparkles of purple within the shadow, so I'm not sure how it really will show off. So it does have a beautiful finish, but as I am applying it, remember this is the first time that I'm using this palette, I noticed that it's a little bit powdery, which is kind of strange because I don't see a lot of fallout. I will probably use Fix Plus when using this eyeshadow, just FYI. And honestly, the best part of this type of look is that you don't have to be that precise when applying your eyeshadow. I find that the more messy, less perfect it looks, it's gonna fit in better with the vibe. You know what I mean? I also want to use this Colourpop Jelly Matte Shadow in the color Close to You. This is what I had on my eyelids in my last video, and a lot of you guys asked what was on my eyes. So this is honestly so beautiful. So I want to top this eyeshadow with this. Just look at that. That is so beautiful. I hope you're obsessed so far because I am. I love how this jelly mask shadow just made my eyelids pop. It's vibrant, it's sparkling, it's everything I wanted. I need to get me more of those jelly mask shadows because I'm loving that formula. I think I could have probably not used the shadow candy from the palette and I would have been fine with just the jelly mask shadow, but I wasn't sure. So now you definitely want to do a wing liner, and this is a recent discovery of mine. I'm going to be using the M Cosmetics Illustrative Eyeliner, and this is actually in the color brown. I got this one in the recent event that I went to from M Cosmetics, and this eyeliner, it's seriously so freaking long lasting. Okay, so I just finished my eyeliner and they are as even as they are gonna get at this point. But I'm gonna go ahead and apply some mascara on my top lashes, and I'll be using this lash Paradise today, and after I'm gonna apply some falsies. So let me go ahead and do that off camera and I'll be right back to work on the face makeup. Okay, so lashes are on and I already did my skincare plus my SPF. Please do not skip SPF. It's so important to apply protection, especially if you're gonna be out in the sun. Let me know if you want a video on that because I am huge in SPF and I can definitely share which are my favorite to use under and over makeup. But please do not skip SPF. Now to start with the face makeup, I'm going to be using two primers today. So I just got my hands on the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. And this little guy was plain hard to get. I could not get my hands on this. So I want to see if I like it. But I do love using the Thank Me Later face primer from Elizabeth Mott. This one I like concentrating it mostly on my T-zone because it's mattifying and it really helps your makeup to last long. Now going with the Thank Me Later primer, this one I'm applying it mostly on my nose and forehead just because that's where I normally get the most oily, so I want to make sure that this is like mattifying that area. For foundation and concealer, I'm using both by Fenty Beauty in the shade 290. This foundation really lasts for a long time and so does the concealer. And before I apply my concealer, I'm actually going to do cream contour using this contour stick by KKW Beauty. This is in the color 10. Let's do a little bit right here on the side of my cheekbones, a little bit around the forehead, and also jawline. And I'm also applying a little bit on my nose. I prefer to do the cream contour before going in with concealer, because sometimes if you do the concealer before, you end up applying the contour on top and then it becomes messy and you have to add a little bit more concealer. So I rather do the contour before and then highlighting, if that makes sense. And I always like to go back with my beauty sponge just to soften all of the lines out. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use the concealer. And I'm going to blend it out with a tiny beauty sponge. This is the key, you guys. This is the key for a flawless face. You always blend and blend after every single step. Now I'm using my Hourglass setting powder to set the concealer. I'll give it one last blend to make sure I don't have any creases. I'm using my Fenty Beauty bronzer in Island Ting to set everywhere where I use cream contour. If you guys haven't seen my review on this bronzer, you have to go watch it. It's such a beautiful bronzer. I'm gonna link it right here just so that you can check it out. Now with a smaller blending brush, I'm gonna do my nose very slightly because this bronzer is very pigmented. For blush, I'm using one of my favorites from my Sigma blush palette. It's the shade Cor-De-Rosa right here. I feel like this blush literally does not go wrong with any look. Anything that I'm doing on the eyes, most of the time I am able to use this blush, so I am always using it. I'm gonna grab a little bit of my translucent setting powder and carved out the cheekbones just right here. That is just gonna clean up my contour. I'm gonna apply a little bit more of setting powder under my eyes just because I still have to finish my lower lash line and I don't want to have any fallout. Going back to the Color Festival palette, I'm grabbing the pink coral shade that we use on our crease and I'm gonna be applying this all over my lower lash line. I'm grabbing an even smaller blending brush. This is a Morphe M562 and this is so handy to blend out the lower lash line. It's time to remove the setting powder that we put under the contour. For the waterline, I'm using this liner by NYX in the color Linen. It's a very soft rose color that goes perfectly with this eye look. And I'm using a waterproof mascara for my lower lash lines. This is by Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. Just in general, I always use this waterproof mascara on my lower lash lines because I find that other mascaras will smear. And if you're gonna be out all day, you wanna have a waterproof mascara to prevent that from happening. So now for highlight, this is where a little bit of the fun comes into place. Obviously, from this point, you can do whatever you want with this makeup look. You can add ringstones, you can add glitter everywhere, wherever you want. I personally want to use a really intense highlight, so I'm going to go into my Fenty Beauty Killawatt Foil palette. And I think I'm going to be using this shade in the center. I believe it's called Stone Cold. And let's see how it looks with this eye makeup look. And I'm gonna bring it really high into the temple area of my face because this is where you wanna, I guess, go out loud with whatever you're doing. Do you see how this color complements a lot the eye makeup look? So that's why I wanted to use this shade. And don't be afraid that you're adding too much. Do whatever the heck you want. I personally wanted this beaming highlight because you definitely want to be creative. You want something sparkling. You want people to see that you're there. You know what I mean? I've never gone this hard with this highlighter, but that's when you see that a highlighter is really pigmented. Whoa, you guys, this is crazy. Look at how intense this highlighter is. I guess on a regular basis, I would not be wearing this for every day, but this is the moment where I can use this palette. Now with my finger, I'm using a little bit of my How Many Carats Diamond Bomb highlighter. Just right here on my cupid bow. I wanted some highlight there, but obviously not as intense as on my cheekbones. For the lip liner, I'm using this one by LA Girl in the color Keep It Spicy. And the gloss I'm using is by M Cosmetics. And I know it's customized with my name. This is in the color Secret Blush. And lastly, but very important, you want to set your makeup with a long-lasting setting spray. So I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. Actually, I do have one last step, and I'm only doing this because I have it. But you can't forget about your body glow. You can use highlighter, glitter, whatever you have on hand. But I personally have the Fenty Beauty Body Lava, and this is in the original shade Who Needs Clothes. I'm applying this one on my shoulders and also on my collarbones. And I don't have the kabuki brush, so I just use this one that I have. I only use it for this product, so that works for me. And look at that shine. It really gives you a beautiful body glow. And I'm gonna apply a little bit of my collarbones as well, because you can have all of this highlighting happening over here and have nothing on your chest and body. You definitely have to make everything a little bit more even. And I personally love this body lava. I know that some people think it's sticky, but just use enough of it. Like, don't go crazy on it and you're gonna like it. Now let's fix these necklaces. Do you see how much of a difference that makes? My body is glowing and I love it. So this is what I came up with. I mean, this is just my take on a musical festival makeup look. I hope that you like it. Obviously, feel free to add everything that you want. You can accessorize it more. I personally have these rings on me. I also got this necklace at Forever 21, super affordable, and I'm pairing everything with this neon pink bodysuit that I think it looks perfect on my skin tone. I will probably wear jeans or even shorts with this look. So this was my take on a musical festival look. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't done that already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.